This is a call to order for the regular meeting for the Board of Trustees, Wednesday, August 12, 2026 at 5:30 p.m. As we begin, I'd like to remind everyone that this meeting will be conducted in accordance with Board Policy 01.45.00, Meetings of the Board and Robert's Rules of Order. Our attorney, Brian Kupman, will serve as the parliamentarian to ensure the meeting proceeds professionally. You will notice that a staff member is present to assist with time management. Per policy, each trustee will have up to 3 minutes to discuss an agenda item and 2 minutes for rebuttal after each trustee has been given an opportunity to speak. Only one trustee shall hold the floor at a time, and timing shall continue during the trustees' discussion, including while awaiting and receiving any answer or response from any presenter, JJC employee, representative, or vendor. In alignment with Board Policy 01.03.00, I encourage everyone to maintain civility and respect, even when expressing different opinions. This commitment to civility is essential to fostering productive and respectful discussions. Thank you for following those guidelines and to ensure an effective, orderly, and respectful meeting. Karen, at this time, can you please call the roll?
Trustee Bottomley.
Here.
Trustee Bradley.
Here.
Trustee Broderick.
Present.
Trustee Harris.
Present.
Trustee Lee. Trustee Morales.
Here.
Trustee Garcia-Guillen.
Present.
Trustee McCollum.
Present.
Madam Chairman, we do have a quorum.
Perfect. Thank you. At this time, thank you all for being here for this meeting. This will be the first meeting as we start the school year. Let's go ahead and go into the Pledge of Allegiance, please. Trustee Bradley, can you go ahead and lead us into the Pledge of Allegiance, please, and welcome.
Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you all. At this time, I'll go ahead and pass the microphone over for communications.
Good evening, Chairwoman Garcia-Guillen. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Trustees of the Board and JJC Community. Tonight I have the pleasure of introducing Amy Sanchez, Director of Operations and Strategic Development for Joliet Unity Movement. Amy joins us at an exciting time as our community prepares for their 815 Youth Day this Saturday, August 18th. Get it? Through events like this and their work throughout the year, the Joliet Unity Movement brings people together, supports young people and families, and creates opportunities that make a real difference across our community. This partnership is a natural fit. At JJC, we are continuing to expand our reach to younger students through initiatives like Future Wolves Camp, our mobile planetarium, and other initiatives. These programs are designed to spark curiosity and help young people start imagining what's possible for their future, especially here at JJC. The Joliet Unity Movement shares the same commitment to investing in youth and strengthening this community. Amy, thank you for joining us this evening and for all that you do and your team for the 815. Please join me in welcoming Amy Sanchez.
Good evening. Thank you for having us. So we have we are actually finishing year 12 and kicking off year 13 of Joliet Unity Movement. Started off as a youth organization with justice impacted individuals, all of us from all parts of Joliet and the surrounding areas, to say how we can improve the pride of our community as well as invest back into our kids and show them what it is to not just be active participants in our community, but regardless of where you come from and your background and experience, that you can actively participate. Over the years, we've grown from more than just a youth organization doing really fun, cool events that a lot of people participate in. Our first year that we had 815 Day, we had the truancy officer for Joliet Public Schools ask me, Amy, how are you getting this parent out, not just to bring their kids, but also to actively participate? We can't get this parent to register their kids on time for school. And I said, because we show up differently. And that's just the truth of the matter. All of us that form the organization have been impacted by gun violence. I'm a survivor. We have folks that have been incarcerated before and really decided to be drivers of our own futures. And about 5 or 6 years in, we decided we have to lead by example. So we weren't just having these really cool events. We were also partnering with Habitat for Humanity and talking about home ownership. We were also partnering with some banking institutions to do financial literacy and expand. This year, we had the amazing privilege for, instead of just volunteering, we all pay dues and we just kind of do it like as we go along. I decided to pursue this full time, and we opened up our Movement Enterprises, which is our for-profit revenue stream, because we know that in tough times that we've all experienced at home, and I'm sure here at the campus and across budgets across the state, that we also have to have diversified revenue streams. So we are encouraging our young people to connect with our Economic Business Center downtown. And when I met with them, I was just blown away by how many resources you guys offer at the City Center campus right here and what we have access to. And then to hear that a lot of the target audience is justice impacted individuals, I said, this is a perfect match. I mean, there's so many. And my good colleague that's not here just yet, she's picking up her son from daycare, Janae. I talk about her often and use her example because we started mentoring her, myself and our late board member, Loretta Westbrooks, when she was just 14 years old and in the foster care system and really just wanting to find her way. She's now a mom herself, but she has this amazing talent, and she's been like making t-shirts and doing designs. And I said, you need your LLC, you need to be an entrepreneur. Did you know? And then we just kind of evolved that conversation. And there's so many young people and young adults that have gone through our program and are still actively involved, and like Janae bringing her own children back to participate, that just are just out of reach or just out of the target area. So we would love to partner, not just for 815 Youth Day, although that's going to be a lot of fun. So I welcome you guys to stop by and take a visit. We have upward of 500 participants easily every year, but all year long as we're mentoring and building partnerships, and not just partnerships like, hey, let's go to your event, you go to my event, and we'll say we were at each other's events and we can just sign our sign-in sheets and that's it. That's not how we want to build. That's not how we build. We don't partner with just anybody. We do that very intentionally. We started a curriculum called the Justice Impact Institute that really walks this conversation through of how our neighborhoods have changed, what disinvestment looked like over the years, what mass incarceration and the war on drugs look like over years, and how we can now re-engage and really design our neighborhoods and communities the way we see it in the future. So these partnerships are very intentional. We ask for a two-way dialogue, so there's some commitment and skin in the game, if you will, to not just be a number or a referral or here, give somebody a fish for the day as I described it, but teaching people how to fish and making sure that we are committed partners, that we're seeing this process through. It doesn't make any difference if you do an intake on somebody if you didn't do the follow-up and delivery of that service that person needs. So we've been having some amazing progress with making sure that connection happens, and we'd love to build that partnership with you all. And we've been very well received. You guys have an amazing, beautiful campus. I'm so proud. And we would love to see what this looks like, and happy to answer any questions if you have any.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Do you
Is-
all have any questions? I would like to thank you for all the work and also for sharing a little bit about your story and also the impact that your work and the work of your organization does in the community. So thank you for being here. Thank you for doing the work. And we really appreciate that partnership.
Thank you. I do have some one-pagers, if I can just leave that with you to give to the staff and the team. Thank you.
Perfect.
Appreciate
Thank you
it.
so much. Okay. Perfect. At this time, let's go ahead and I'll pass it over to Dr. Amy Gray for the recognition of retiree Gary Shermer.
Thank you, Chair Garcia Guillen, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Good evening, trustees and JJC community. Thank you very much for the opportunity to offer congratulations to Gary Shermer on his retirement. He has served as an adjunct faculty member for 22 years in the Fine Arts Department. In the Fine Arts Department, he taught studio art courses in the Visual Arts program, and he really shared his passion for creating art with his students by encouraging them to get out of their comfort zone, to try new things. and he used a variety of mediums. He shared his personal and professional experience as an artist to demonstrate to the students how to believe in themselves and their artwork. So he always has gone the extra mile, not just looking at the student and what they are learning academically, but looking at them as a whole person. He has been a dedicated member of the program in the department, and we wish him well in his retirement.
Perfect. Thank you. At this time, I call for a motion and a second to approve the recognition.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Can I please get a voice vote?
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say no. Motion carries.
Thank you. Next item is going to be 1.4.1, Board of Trustees approval of September as Hispanic Heritage Month proclamation. I'll pass it over to Dr. Carl Brooks.
We have the pleasure of having two students here tonight
Perfect.
that will be reading the proclamation, one in English and then in Spanish. So thank you for your time and your patience as we
Perfect.
read the proclamation. First and foremost, members of the Board of Trustees and those in attendance at today's meeting, it gives me great pleasure to introduce JJC student Abigail Camacho, who has graciously agreed to read the JJC proclamation, which recognizes the month of September 2026 as Hispanic Heritage Month. Before Abigail reads the proclamation, I'd like to share a little bit about her. Abigail is a 20-year-old Mexican-American student who is passionate about education, community engagement, and cultural representation. She enjoys spending time outdoors, creating music with friends, and playing games with loved ones. At Joliet Junior College, Abigail serves as president of Latino Unidos, vice president of REACH for PTK, and a peer mentor and student ambassador for the Center for Multicultural Access and Success. She is also actively involved in organizations such as the Black Student Union, IDALE, and several other student groups. She's very busy. So we're happy she's here tonight. Through her leadership, dedication, and positive spirit, Abigail makes a meaningful impact on those around her and is a valued member of the JJC community. I humbly present to all of you JJC student Abigail Camacho.
Thank you, Dr. Brooks. Hispanic Heritage Month 2026. Whereas citizens of Hispanic ancestry comprise a significant percentage of the residents of Illinois Community College District Number 525. And whereas it is the goal of Joliet Junior College to provide its students with a comprehensive curricular and co-curricular educational experience with consideration given to the contributions of all socially identifiable groups within American history and culture. And whereas the contributions of the citizens of the Hispanic ancestry to the history and culture of the United States are invaluable and abundant. And whereas Joliet Junior College has received the Hispanic Serving Institution designation and is committed to its Hispanic community in the achievement of their educational goals and career aspirations by expanding educational opportunities for Hispanic students in their community. Now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Trustees of Illinois Community College District Number 525, Joliet Junior College, counties of Will, Grundy, Kendall, LaSalle, Kankakee, Livingston, and Cook, State of Illinois, hereby proclaims September 15th through October 15th as Hispanic Heritage Month in the Illinois Community College District Number 525, and will raise the Hispanic Heritage Month flag in celebration of its students and community. Adopted this 12th day of August 2026. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Abigail. Our second student. Members of the Board of Trustees and those in attendance at today's meeting, it gives me great pleasure to introduce JJC student Maria Fernanda Amaya Carmona, who has graciously agreed to read the JJC proclamation in Spanish that recognizes the month of September 2026 as Hispanic Heritage Month. Before Maria reads the proclamation, I'd like to share a little bit about her. Maria is a 19-year-old Colombian student majoring in business administration. In her free time, she enjoys spending time with friends, playing video games, and expressing her creativity through painting and drawing. Maria proudly embraces her cultural identity through her leadership roles in the IDALE Student Club, where she helps organize cultural events, attend conferences, advocate for the rights of Latino, undocumented, DACA, and Dreamer communities. Her passions for service representation and advocacy allows her to make a positive impact both on campus and within the broader community. I humbly present to all of you JJC student Maria.
Thank you, Dr. Brooks. Proclamación Hispanic Heritage Month 2025. Considerando que los ciudadanos de descendencia hispana constituyen un porcentaje significativo de los residentes del distrito número 525 de Illinois Community College, y considerando que el objetivo de Joliet Junior College es proporcionar a sus estudiantes una experiencia educativa, curricular y co-curricular integral que tenga en cuenta las contribuciones de todos los grupos socialmente identificables dentro de la historia y la cultura estadounidense, y considerando que las contribuciones de los ciudadanos de descendencia hispana a la historia y cultura de los Estados Unidos son invaluables y abundantes, y considerando que Joliet Junior College ha recibido la designación de institución de servicio a los hispanos y está comprometida con la comunidad hispana y el logro de sus metas educativas y aspiraciones profesionales a través de la expansión de las oportunidades educativas para los estudiantes hispanos y su comunidad. Por lo tanto, se ha resuelto que la Junta Directiva de Illinois Community College, Distrito número 525, Joliet Junior College, Distritos de Will, Grundy, Kendall, LaSalle, Kankakee, Livingston, y Cook, Estado de Illinois, por la presente proclama del 15 de septiembre al 15 de octubre como el mes de la herencia hispana en el Illinois Community College Distrito 525 e izará la bandera del mes de la herencia hispana en celebración de sus estudiantes y su comunidad, adoptada este 12 de agosto de 2026.
Muchas gracias, María Fernanda.
Thank you both. At this time, I call for a motion and a second to accept the proclamation.
Motion.
Segundo.
Can I please, Karen, get a voice vote?
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say no. Motion carries.
And thank you again. Okay. At this time, let's go ahead and go into 1.5, public comments. Karen, do we have any public comments at this time?
We do not.
Okay. I'll pass it over to Dr. Namu for the moment of silence.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and congratulations
Thank you.
to you. I'm asking the college community to join us in a moment of silence for the following individuals. Robert Vesley, stepfather of Sandra Barrera, a specialist in radiologic and veterinary tech. Leanne Kohler, former bookstore employee for 25 years. Joe Baltz, Troy Township supervisor. Penelope Jakoviak, mother of Michelle Meyer, a professor in our business department. And Marie McGrath, mother of Rose Johnson, our administrative assistant for the Dean of Enrollment Management.
I'd like to include two people in that, please. Lorenzo Salgado Araquo in Houston, Texas, and 26-year-old Colombian national Joan Sebastian Duran Guerrero. They were also murdered by ICE.
Thank you. At this time, we have a series of selected reports. I'll go ahead and pass it over to our student trustee to share his report.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
All right. It's been a month since I've seen everyone. Hey. It's been summer, but that doesn't mean I haven't been inactive. I've been keeping my ears to the ground and staying busy. So let's get into it. What we'll be going over today is the overview of the recap of my summer outings and upcoming events for this next month. First of all, I went to a previous leadership conference down in Eastern University for Leaders in Motion. It was part of a TRIO conference. My main takeaway was from learning about different mentorship opportunities, different ways how to manage money. and overall had a good time. There was a talent show, and I didn't participate in it, but it was a lot of fun witnessing each and everybody's talents. Secondly, I went on a campus visit with CMAS. It was with the Illinois Institute of Technology, and I gained valuable insight into their different programs, what they offer. I'll definitely be putting them into thought when I select the college to transfer to. Afterwards, we did go to the White Sox game. Now, I have to say this on record. I am no means a White Sox fan. I'm a Cubs fan. Go Blue.
Yes.
However, you can't deny free food. So that's about it. The upcoming events for this month are the campus opening back up. That's going to be the Wild Weeks of Welcome. There's going to be including a block party. There's going to be many people greeting you around campus, making sure that you're well greeted, know where your classes are, and stuff like that. And yeah, thank you. Once again, thank you.
Thank you again. At this time, we have our faculty union report.
Good evening, great day.
Good evening.
Madam Chairperson, congratulations on your
Thank
newly
you.
elected position. All the best. Trustee Bradley, welcome and congratulations on your appointment. We look forward to your support of the faculty as we continue to deliver the world-class education here at JJC. But you're an alumni, you already know that. All right. Speaking of our students, a special shout out to those who gave up part of their summer break to complete coursework during one of the summer sessions. And I would be remiss if I didn't offer a big thank you to the full-time and adjunct faculty members who dedicated part of their summer break to deliver that coursework. You get to do that, and then they're expected to show up 2 weeks later with a smile for the fall term. So thank you to them. And I'll finish with this. Next week will be great, but the week after that is the best week of the year. We get to see all of our students return to campus, an exciting first week. They return in force. And I want everybody to notice, because it doesn't last for very long, but during that first week, it'll be hard to find a parking spot around this place. And as unfortunately as the semester goes on, that changes. But that's exciting, right? And I'll just give you a tip. If you get here about 10 till 7, like I do in the morning, it's not hard to get a parking spot. But at 9, our students are filling the halls, and that's why we're all here. So I can't wait. So with that, I'll say thank you and have a wonderful kickoff week.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
At this time, we have the adjunct faculty union report.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
This is my first official meeting as the union
Welcome.
president. So we're good here.
Congratulations.
There's really not a whole lot going on right now since we haven't started school. We start our adjunct dinner is next week, and we're looking forward to having a great school year. That's about it.
Perfect.
Yep, perfect.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
At this time, we have the JJC Foundation report, please.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I feel like it's flying. I'm already up here tonight.
Right.
Just giving a few updates on the foundation. The first is that our Night of Stars event is on Tuesday, September 1st. So we're just a few weeks away from that, from 5 to 7 p.m. in the theater. And we'll be giving away 4 of our awards, the J.D. Ross Award to Angie Caldwell from Pink Heels. Christy Mulvey will be receiving the Susan H. Wood Hall of Fame Award. Michael Mutter from Silver Cross will be receiving the Dr. Judy Mitchell Award. And then Shoot Manufacturing will be receiving the JJC Foundation Partners in Excellence Award. So I hope everyone will join us. It's $50. It's a fun event. We do some amazing videos. Actually, Hank from our marketing department does those. Some amazing videos highlighting the work of all the individuals receiving the awards, and it's a fun night. We also celebrate our donors as well. So I hope you'll consider joining us. It's a Tuesday. It's a quick event, but it's a really celebratory and great event. And to register, you can go to jjc.edu/night-stars. The other thing I want to do is, as you know, the foundation board made the commitment to support student emergency $100,000 a year over the next 3 years because we lost some of that federal money and our students are in need. So with that, we made the commitment to start looking for support from our alumni and friends and community partners to support the Student Emergency Fund and help grow that. So once we're through those 3 years, we have some money that we can access to continue to support students. So actually next week, our Student Emergency campaign will be going out. It highlights a student that receives support from the Student Emergency Fund. It will have an envelope that people can give back with a check or else they can go online to give. And it gives them a fun little sticker to like put somewhere to show that they supported JJC students and help them stay in college. So that's going out next week. We actually are working with a new vendor who gave us a really great deal. So we were able to send it out to 25,000 alumni and friends for a really great price. So looking forward to seeing how that works. We don't normally do back to school appeals. This is an additional one that we made the commitment to do. So looking forward to that and providing you all with an update on how that does. We did make the first payment to the college for the Student Emergency Fund that we had committed to, and we will make the second payment for the spring semester. So Dr. Brooks and his team are actually managing that, and they're doing a great job, and they'll provide reports that I can share with you all as well. A grant update. So we finished the year, fiscal year 26, at just over $12.7 million. And to date, we're already at over $7 million. Within the last 30 days, they got notification of over $2 million. And most of that is our adult ed funds that we're receiving. But in good shape so far. We still are waiting on 5 outstanding federal grants. So hoping to hear on that soon. That includes our TRIO funds as well. And then, as always, I always like to let you know there's a full list of awarded grants and appropriations in the board book that you receive. Just wanted to give you all an update on fall scholarships. I think at the last meeting I talked about like where we were. It had just closed. We were scoring the scholarships. Now we're awarding them. We have awarded over $1 million. I think today we're close to 1.1 million. And by next week we have there's a big chunk of money we're putting on our Crawford Honors College student accounts. So I think last year we finished the entire year at 1.4 million. I think we'll be close to that for the fall semester. So great news. That's because of the commitment from the foundation board to allocate the 4.5% interest on our scholarships instead of 4%. And it's really making a difference for the amount of scholarships we're giving to our students. So hoping to finish awarding by the end of the month, because then we turn around and we open spring scholarships in October. So doing well there. And then every year we do a photo shoot of our scholarship recipients. So that's a picture of one from last year. So next week we'll be doing that on Tuesday. And we have like almost 50 students signed up to come to our photo shoot. So excited for highlighting our scholarship recipients and throughout the year. And we use that for our year-end appeal and for various things like the report I give you every month. So that's that. And then, like I said, the spring scholarship will open on October 15th. It closes on November 30th, and we'll be sure to work with our communications office and marketing to highlight that for our students and to all the current recipients to know that it's open again. Our next event that we have after Night of Stars is our Foundation 5K Run Walk, which will take place on Sunday, October 4th. And there's a kids run. It's a 1-mile run. They can walk it, and our athletic teams run with them, so they're not out there on their own. And then we have our 3.1 mile 5K run walk. You can walk, you don't have to run it, at 9 a.m. So that takes place near the event center, and we run all through campus. It's really a great event, and you like see the whole campus. We used to go off the campus for it, and we've been staying on campus. I think it's really nice to be able to see all the buildings and things like that. So they run all to J building and down the path and back. It's a great event. Like I said, you can walk it too. So, or just come and hang out with us while we're cheering people through the finish line. And then I always like to highlight our alumni podcast, since we didn't have a July meeting that I could share with you. We have 2 podcasts out that you can listen to. In June, I shared that we went to Europe, to Germany, Switzerland, and Italy. So 4 of our alumni that went on that tour were able to kind of share their experience. It's a really, really good podcast. And then in August, which just came out last Friday, Kayla Sorensen from Will County Center for Economic Development is on there, talking about her experience at JJC. So it's a really great episode. So all you have to do is go to jjc.edu/alumni podcast, and you'll be able to find those 2 episodes, as well as the rest that we're in through 3 seasons now. So Kayla was the end of our 3rd season. So hope you'll listen. I think I hear that we have a trustee that will be sharing their JJC experience, right, Trustee Bradley? I think Jen told me that she had talked to you. She had you on the planned, I think, a couple months ago too. So that will be coming up. That's all I have today. Any questions for me on the work of the foundation? Yes.
I have a quick question for you.
Yes.
So I know you're awarding scholarships now, and just from, if I can recall, many, many years ago, there was a book that students in financial aid would get, and then they would go through it and see which scholarships. I mean, technology's advanced so much more. I'm sure there's more advanced ways now that they can see if there's any scholarship. Like there was a scholarship for mothers of twins, that they could apply for, something like that. Do we have anything like that still available that we do for students to look for and apply to match, their skill set or their major?
So anyone that applies for scholarships through the foundation, they go onto our scholarship application, which is it's one application that applies them forever, whatever they qualify for.
Oh, okay.
So they go in and they can see what they've qualified for based on their answers. And they answer a bunch of different questions. And based on those, they go in a pool. Say I'm a nursing student with a 3.0 GPA, and there's a scholarship for a nursing student with that GPA, I would go into that pool and qualify for that. So once they complete their application, they can see everything they've qualified for, as well as what they haven't qualified for.
Okay.
And if they have a question about that, they can always reach out to me, and I can work with them on maybe submitting an extra essay to explain why they believe they should qualify for that scholarship. So it's easy, simple, one application, and they can see everything. And then sometimes, once they've applied, there's some extra questions that put them into pools for other scholarships.
It seems like it's come a long way, so
Yes.
I'm really happy to see that, because way back then, students didn't that money went by untouched because they
Yes.
just wouldn't know. They had to apply specifically for specific ones. Now you have one application, and then they may qualify for 3, 4, 5 different. Wow.
Sometimes-
Well, thank you for
Sometimes
enlightening
40.
me with that. Yeah.
Sometimes they qualify for
appreciate
40.
that.
Yeah, so it is a great, it's a dashboard that they go on, they can see everything.
Okay.
Very simple application.
Oh my goodness.
There's a video on the website that kind of talks them through it if they want to see how the application works. So it's a very simple process
Right.
for the students, and we're always there to answer questions if they have any too.
Well, thank you. And I know you shared the amount of how much we're awarding so far,
Mm-hmm.
but can you do you know how many students, head count, that we have awarded?
So far, I think we're around 675 students. We usually end up closer to 800 to 900 students, maybe even more this year based on the different
Right.
scholarships. So I'll be able to get that number closer to, but I'm thinking it's in around the 600 to 700 number now.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Questions or comments?
Thank you for
Thank
the
you.
Okay. At this time, we have the report 1.7.5 Buildings and Grounds Committee Report from Trustee Bottomley and student trustee McCollum.
All right, thank you, Madam Chair. I'll be taking over for this report, giving Trustee Bonnelly a little break. So I'll just be going in order, rapid fire, and telling everyone how the completed projects. Starting off, the completed projects for so far are the repair bank, the VecTech lab cabinet, solar PV system, T-building restroom removal, black box theater, E-building heat wheel, 2026 pavement maintenance program, main cabinet sidewalk and repair, main campus emergency generator replacement. And the other outstanding project from that list was the J building exterior facade, which is 90 to 95% complete. Regarding the Public Safety Institute update, we're just, the people under that is trying to get an understanding about what needs to be done for that. Yeah. And facility master plan update is been on pause as of late. They're trying to get a new understanding on the 5 to 10 year plan, and just trying to really define what it needs to be going into there. And the Manufacturing Training Academy, that is going on steadily with great progress. And there is no update for the Grundy County expansion. That will be all.
Thank you. 1.7.6 Board Policy Committee report. The Board Policy Committee did not meet in the last month. Trustee Harris and Student Trustee McCollum, anything that you would like to add? You all have a meeting coming up, correct?
Yeah, there is. There is a meeting coming up, yes. But I
On
don't
the
have anything
26th?
to add, yes.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, let's go ahead and go to 1.7.7 Finance Committee report. Trustee Morales and Trustee Bottomley, if you would like to add anything, I believe that you all have not met since the last time, but you have an upcoming meeting, is that correct?
That is correct, Madam Chair. We have not had a Finance Committee meeting in the last month, and I don't have anything further to add at this point unless Trustee Bottomley has anything to add.
No.
Okay.
Thank you. We'll have more reports next month for you all. Let's go ahead and I'll pass it over to you, Dr. Namul, for the 1.7.8 President's Report.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and welcome back, trustees. It's been, as Trustee McCollum referenced, a couple of months since we've last seen each other, and we've had a lot going on. First and foremost, I want to send a special thanks to our grounds crew, and perhaps we should start. Many of you have recognized that we've got ComEd staging on campus, and they're currently occupying multiple parking lots. We're proud to serve in that role in support of the community, especially in response to some of the weather that's come through. And our communities are certainly on our minds right now as each municipality, county governments, institutions like ours, and we've been hearing from them across the state, are grappling with some damage. So we wish our community members all the best. And to loop back to my initial thought, many thanks to our grounds crew. We surveyed the damage yesterday, and everything is cleaned up today. So really want to send a lot of gratitude to our grounds crew, our campus police, and our emergency response team for always being ready in support of the safety and security of the campus community. Many thanks to Amy Sanchez and what she's done in the community. She really just made a quick comment about it. And I'm sorry she's not here anymore, and I don't mean to highlight her absence, but I really appreciate her taking the time to visit JJC. We've been strong partners to Amy as she's worked with different organizations, have a lot of confidence in her. She's featured in the Still Bridges documentary. And I'm going to go back a few months. If you haven't had a chance to watch the Still Bridges documentary, Amy's story is very powerful, sends a very strong message to the community. And so many thanks to Amy, and I know Janae was here as well. I want to go back and amplify something that Amanda shared with us. And it all deserves to be amplified, by the way, because the foundation has really been such great partners to JJC, from scholarships and on and on and on. But I want to encourage our students to endure that application. I recognize that the application is not easy to fill out. It's long, but it includes, as Amanda highlighted tonight, a lot of different questions, and each one could be a critical question. Checking a box, answering a certain answer in that application could open the door to resources our students did not think they had access to. So please, if you're out there, please, please, please. And I would also challenge the college community, and Amanda referenced this earlier, if you could find a way to support our students who are struggling and experiencing real emergencies, I want to amplify Amanda's call to action there and encourage the college community. And it doesn't have to be a huge amount. These small gestures can send shockwaves. They can inspire others to give aligned with the same cause. So if you're able to do so, please find a way to support our students in their most desperate times of need. So as we enter the fall semester, Madam Chair, and I think, I know that the board receives these reports from me on a weekly basis. I do want to highlight several things, but also recognize that while we're celebrating these numbers, and oftentimes we celebrate, boy, oh boy, over these last few years, we've had a lot to celebrate in terms of the number of students who place their confidence in our faculty in the classrooms, place their confidence in our staff on the front lines. And as you know, we work very hard to honor that confidence. But there's a lot that goes into enrolling a student at JJC, and you'll start to see that activity pick up. Whether our frontline staff are on the phones, whether they're meeting students face-to-face, whether they're setting new records for new student orientation in the event center. We are all in, and as Trustee Morales has challenged the college community on multiple occasions to really think about the message we share with students, telling that story of who we are as an institution and doing everything we can to get those students here in the door. And I'm happy to report, Madam Chair, that our fall 2026 enrollment picture is certainly encouraging at this point. We've got active student enrollment up nearly 9% there. We've got tuition credit up 6.53%. Another encouraging one, and I know this is not that clear, but the second line, as many of you know, is adult basic education and continuing education as well. And that number is very encouraging. We're seeing that population start to come back in numbers that we're pretty happy with. So we haven't started yet. Of course, the first day of classes is August 24th, and we will continue to try to bring as many students to JJC to experience this great gift that is, as Kurt Ward puts it, the world-class education here at JJC. We're seeing particular growth in part-time students. Part-time students are up 11%. We're also seeing some strong growth in our health sciences programs, our public service programs, and overall, in general, our transfer programs and our workforce programs. So we'll continue working, trustees and Madam Chair, to spread the great gift that is the JJC education. We've been very active. It's the months in review and not necessarily the month in review as I normally offer this to you. I do want to send say a special hi to the new superintendent of Valley View. Dr. Paulson just started, and boy, oh boy, she's ready for the start of the semester. Really appreciate the partnership. One of our largest school districts. And we look forward to an ongoing partnership. Dr. Polson and her team, similar to Dr. Wood, her predecessor, and Dr. Kinder, her predecessor's predecessor, are deeply committed to the vision that we've crafted, this ambitious agenda that we've set around dual credit. So want to wish her all the best. And to Susanna Rivera Mills, want to send a special shout out to my dear friend, the president of Aurora University, entering her 4th year. And what better way to celebrate years of service than to visit an annuitants association, a JJC Annuitants Association? I've heard some of the greatest stories, and I apologize, I can repeat none of them, actually. I can repeat none of those stories. Many of them are unfiltered looks at what JJC used to be, and let me just tell you, the annuitants are not shy about telling me what they envision JJC to look like in the future, and I appreciate Pat Asher and his leadership. And yes, I did get to go to NASCAR. Many thanks to the JJC Foundation. Oh,
my gosh.
okay. We don't need to see that. I didn't realize the video was in here of my Happy Gilmore swing. And I apologize to Nettle Creek for that one, but I did hit the ball. Okay, we're just going to go on this one. Just another opportunity to celebrate partnerships. Some might think, the work slows down in the summer, and to a certain degree that might be true. But the community remains active, and we continue to be engaged with our community partners in a number of ways. And of course, Katie LeClaire continues to be a great partner for us. And Tiana and I did host some friends at the Slammers game there, and we were happy to do so. That was a fun night. In the upper right-hand corner, I want to highlight State Senator Chris Balkema for his interest in the EBC. And this might be, the 4th or 5th time we've had a group come through. We've got so much to be proud of. The way that the Entrepreneur and Business Center supports our community is very impressive. They take dreams and make them realities. They take ideas and turn them into actual businesses. I'll share more on the next slide over here, but I do want to credit, from Escortina Irvin to Fatina Sayeg. I see Jalen in the crowd there. I see Monique in the crowd. All of these individuals connected to EBC somehow, some way, and Brian Kincaid's leadership. Many thanks to all of you. Madam Chair, that is your first official gavel. Shall we watch that one more time? So she didn't know I was taking this video, but this is the first ever gavel of a Latina chair of the Board of Trustees. I thought I'd capture that historic moment and want to congratulate you yet again. And I'm sure many of you at this point, he's a household name, he's a familiar face. He's the gentleman with his hand raised up, taking the oath of office. I want to officially congratulate and welcome Trustee Tim Bradley to the board here. Well, today was an extremely busy day. We started the day honoring, welcoming the man, the myth, the legend. I could go on and on and on. I was fortunate enough to get an invitation to a private reception honoring Senator Dick Durbin. The group organized by the county executive included the mayor and many of our elected officials. You'll also see the deputy chief of staff for Will County in there as well. What Dick Durbin has done for the state of Illinois, what he's done for community colleges, oftentimes goes underappreciated because he's done so many different things for the state. But his passionate advocacy for community colleges, my hope is that we were able to tell our story today for the trustees there. And I shared with Senator Durbin some thoughts in the private reception. I won't share all of them with the college community, but let me just assure you that Senator Durbin cares deeply about our students. He cares deeply for our growing number of Hispanic students, and I shared some information related to many of our students being forced back into the shadows, being either part of mixed status families and what that's done to those students here at JJC. And I had his attention for a good 4 to 5 minutes and appreciated everything that Senator Durbin said today in that private reception. And then later on, as many of you know, Senator Durbin and his office has allocated $800,000. We've announced that here previously, $800,000 to support the ambitious agenda that the EBC has sent. And I talked to their Chicago director today, Tran Nguyen, and who was also a guest in April, and said what I hope the senator understands and appreciates is the leadership at EBC, despite receiving this big check, still maintains an entrepreneurial mindset, still maintains a startup mentality to stretch dollars as far as they can, to solve problems creatively, not just throwing money at it, and to always focus on the communities that we serve. So again, many thanks to Senator Durbin. Just an incredible way to start the day. And I'll tell my grandkids about this photo right here, in the left-hand corner. And before I transition, I will offer, and I offer this to the EBC, if you ever get a chance, and this is probably going to be on a podcast or in his biography, Senator Dick Durbin has the funniest story about 2 sumo wrestling chain smokers. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. It is one of the funniest stories. Madam Chair, we're into the employee spotlight section of my report, and I want to take a moment to celebrate technology support and media services. And we've got a couple others here today, but these are oftentimes the unsung heroes. There are many things that go underappreciated, but in an increasingly digital world that we live in, this is another organization that serves the college community, our students, and our employees, really behind the scenes. And what they've been able to do, for example, modernizing the D Building's lecture hall before our students come back for the fall 2026 semester, improving and modernizing many of our projector screens, doing an LED wall project in the theater, for example. I mean, these are things that I hope our students notice. I need them to know, technology support and media services, that I notice and our leadership team notices, because they're working hour after hour, dozens of hours on these projects, and when they're done, there's no one to clap for them. But to those of you in technology support and media services, thank you for what you do. We notice when the screens are brighter, by the way. We noticed when the text is clearer, and we notice how cool the LED wall is in the theater. So thank you very much. I want to thank the outgoing President's Fellows. I hope their experience in the President's office, not only working with me, but the entire leadership team, has been beneficial and worthwhile, and we are now in the process of recruiting the next round of President's Fellows. This one's a sad one. This one's a very sad one. For those, and many of you already know this, Kelly Roeder Tonelli chose to leave JJC, and that was a tough decision for her. I won't speak for her, but what I will say is this, that over Kelly's 19 years at JJC, she was connected to dozens of strategic initiatives, key initiatives, and an individual that, while out in the public, connected to partners, serving on boards, was always a champion of Joliet Junior College. It is, and I'm going to quote one of you in this room, it's going to be hard to imagine a college without Kelly Roeder Tonelli, and I've shared this with her privately, and I'll share this publicly. We are so grateful for Kelly's 19 years at Joliet Junior College, and many thanks to those who found time to come to Kelly's reception and celebrate with her there. And maybe later, Trustee Morales will play a game called What Was Kelly Thinking? Yes, it's an inside joke there. About a year ago, we celebrated receiving 2 grants, actually, from the state of Illinois. One was a CJA incubator grant. And I wanted to take a moment to celebrate Jeff and the team for all that they've done. We've successfully launched the CJA Clean Energy Contractor Incubator, which is essentially a new resource for clean energy contractors and small businesses, connected but not really to the EBC, with a similar mission, but focused on clean energy. Over the past year, they've completed over 600 one-on-one advising hours in the very first year. They developed a comprehensive contractor education program covering all aspects of business formation, including financials and all of those cool things. They hosted 16 comprehensive seminars for incubator members and have been everywhere all the time. So to Jeff and the CJA team, thank you for your leadership. Madam Chair, in 3 months or so, I'll have pictures. My dear friend, Dr. Scott Tingley, and I posted for pictures with an exceptional student out of the Lincoln Way High School system. This vision that we had, Dr. Gray, 3 years ago or so, as an evolution beyond 12 by 12 by 12, for high school students to complete an associate's degree the same time they complete a high school diploma. We chose Lincoln Way as our partner. And Dr. Renee Goldie, Dr. Scott Tingley have been incredible partners. And when you think about solving complex problems, it takes a lot of creativity. And what Lincoln Way has done to provide their students, and you'll see there are 25 students currently enrolled. 6 students have completed this program, meaning 6 students have graduated from high school and earned their associate's degree, right? Absolutely something to celebrate. And I appreciate Scott's partnership on this. And as a prototype, we're going to expand this. This is something that will spread across our district as we have thousands more students participating in dual credit. Let's get here. Let's get to a point where more high school students are doing not only dual credit from JJC, might include AP credit, might include dual enrollment, where our faculty go there. This creative set of offerings, Lincoln Way should be credited for this. So this will be featured in a magazine called Lincoln Way City Lifestyle that they've featured JJC previously. And so when that comes out and when all the photos come out, I'm going to share this with the board, but more to come on this one, and shout out to Lincoln Way. Can we give a hand to Lincoln Way just for the record on this one? Yeah. Yep. Madam Chair, I have one last thing. I've placed several Easter eggs in this room as Trustee Broderick looks around. But here's what I say. As Chairman Budzinski left the board, and Madam Chair, as you take over, we've been thinking a lot about, and as we welcome all of our over 1,000 employees back to celebrate the start of the fall semester, we've got so many great things to celebrate. But at convocation, I'm going to remind us of our true north, our primary focus. And Robin, will you do the honors? Okay, so in the boardroom, before you do the big reveal, in the boardroom, this is going to stay here, Madam Chair.
Okay.
Okay? And I want it to be a reminder to all of us, from the Board of Trustees to our leadership team, to put the students at the center of everything we do. Every decision we make, every initiative we create should absolutely be student-centered. So on the count of three, Robin, I'd like you to do a big reveal. And it sounds like our trustees are doing a drum roll. The audience is welcome to do a drum roll as well if they're so inspired to do so. 3, 2, 1. This purple chair represents our students, and it will be there at every single meeting. And in the words of the great Aisha Ellis, former student trustee, our students are watching. And with that, Madam Chair, the floor is yours.
Thank you. That's beautiful. We have our logo clearly. It's covered by the backpack, but I see it.
There you go.
Yeah,
There you
beautiful.
Go.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Hard to follow that, but let's go ahead and try, even a tiny bit. We'll be going into our closed session number 1. A closed session of the board will be held to discuss one or more items pursuant to the Open Meetings Act 5 ILCS 122C1 to 29. The Joliet Junior College Board of Trustees may take action on one or more items discussed in closed session upon its return to open session. At this time, I would like to call for a motion and a second to go into closed session for discussion under 2C11 and 2C21.
So move.
Second.
Can I please get a roll call?
Trustee Morales.
Yes.
Trustee Bottomley.
Yes.
Trustee Bradley.
Yes.
Trustee Broderick.
Yes.
Trustee Harris.
Yes.
Trustee Garcia Guillen.
Yes.
Trustee McCollum.
Yes.
Motion carries.
At this time, I would like to call for a motion and a second to return to public session.
Second.
Okay. Karen, can you please do a roll call?
Trustee Morales.
Yes.
Trustee Harris.
Yes.
Trustee Bottomley.
Yes.
Trustee Bradley.
Yes.
Trustee Broderick.
Yes.
Trustee Garcia Guillen.
Yes.
Trustee McCollum.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. At this time, I would like to call for a motion for the approval of minutes for the regular meeting held on June 24, 2026, and we would also need a second.
So moved.
Second.
I have a concern.
Okay?
Under 5.3, the chair's report, I think all of it's been posted in there, needs to be removed, and just put the chair resigned. We've had enough of the negativity. Let's scrap getting all detailed and putting all the details in. Let's scrap it and just put the chair resigned.
For the minutes?
I think if it's in there, it should probably stay.
You know what? We carry on this dirty laundry. It's terrible. We've got to stop it.
Okay.
So I'm going to say this has got to be a stop point, that we've got to stop it. And this is one area to stop.
Anyone else has any questions that they would like to be recognized? Trustee Harris, would you like to be recognized?
Yeah, I'd like to be recognized.
Okay, go ahead.
I totally agree that the disruptive behavior and everything has to stop. But in all respect to Chair Buzinski, he has a statement to make, and I think that it's fair that his statement be heard.
Okay. Thank you. Anyone else that has something to share on this particular item? Would you like to be recognized at this time? If not, we can go ahead and come to an agreement.
I would.
Trustee Morales, would you like to be recognized?
Yes. Thank
Okay.
you. I would also like to say that, yes, there is a lot of dysfunction. And it's ironic that someone calls to not air this, but is the cause of it. So if the chairman left and resigned, a great chairman left and resigned because of the dysfunction, and he had a statement to make. I agree with Trustee Harris that it's in the minutes now already. So why, if you believe in transparency, why would we remove them? So I support that we leave them in the minutes as they are.
Okay. I also support leaving it in the minutes. Okay, so we can still continue.
Are we ready to vote?
Yes, we are.
Trustee Bottomley?
Yes.
Trustee Harris?
Yes.
Trustee Bradley?
Yes.
Trustee Broderick?
No.
Trustee Morales?
Yes.
Trustee Garcia again?
Yes.
Trustee McCollum?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay. At this time, I would like to call for a motion and a second to approve the notes for the board retreat held on July 29, 2026.
So
I will need-
moved.
Okay, in a second?
Second.
Question. Why are we doing these two things for the two meetings that got canceled? Why are we not just doing a cancellation? I've never seen anything going through approving or whatever, these type of notes. I've never seen it. It's always minutes.
Okay.
And the other thing too I want to mention is, there's no definition for trustees absent and trustees not present. So really, you're violating those of us that are either present or absent. It's either present or absent, it's not trustees not present or trustees absent, you know? I mean, this is totally childish again.
Thank you for your thoughts. Something that I will recommend for all the trustees in order to make sure that we're staying organized, please ask to be recognized and I'll recognize you so that way you can share. At this time, I would like to pass it over to our board attorney to provide some clarity.
We're just making a record of the fact that the meeting was not held due to lack of a quorum. That's why we have quote-unquote minutes. So, and the board retreat is an official board meeting, so.
It may have been, but
Yeah.
whenever we've canceled meetings, Brian, it's always been.
This
No,
meeting
it
was
wasn't.
not canceled. This meeting was not held due to a lack of a quorum. The meeting was still.
That's correct.
Right, but you
There was,
canceled it.
there was an attempt to convene it. It could not go forward because there was a lack of a quorum. We need to make a record of that because the meeting was not canceled.
That's correct. Okay, we had a motion and we had a second, so.
I do have a question. I kind of want to
Yeah.
follow up on what Trustee Broderick said.
ahead.
What is the difference between trustees absent versus trustees not present?
I'll answer that. So if someone calls and lets us know that they're not going to be there, then they're not present. If there are no call, no show, then they're an absent.
So I got dinged for both.
Thank you.
And there's no definition in policy that
Thank you.
identifies that.
Okay. So we have a motion and a second. We can
Ready
go
for-
ahead and vote.
Okay. Trustee Bottomley?
Yes.
Trustee Bradley?
Yes.
Trustee Morales?
Yes.
Trustee Broderick?
No.
Trustee Harris?
Yeah. Yes.
Trustee Garcia again?
Yes.
Trustee McCollum?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay. 1.10.3, at this time, I would like to call for a motion and a second to approve the special meeting minutes held on July 29, 2026.
So moved.
Second?
Okay. Karen, can we go ahead and get a roll call?
Trustee Morales?
Yes.
Trustee Bottomley?
Yes.
Trustee Bradley?
Yes.
Trustee Broderick?
Where are minutes? There's no minutes. Oh, you're looking at that? This is confusing.
Trustee Broderick?
Hold on, I'm looking. I'm trying to understand where you're at with the August 12th
Are you
one.
looking for clarity?
Well, I'm looking for clarity on it because I see review of closed minutes.
I'll go ahead and pass it over to our
1.10.3.
attorney.
Are you doing August 12th?
Now we're doing July
This one?
29th.
Okay, you said minutes. There's not minutes here, so I don't see minutes. That's why I'm questioning it. There's no minutes, and of course, we're doing the absent and trustees not present, which doesn't fall under any policy at all, but
I'm pretty sure it's the correct
Are
one.
you a yes or no?
I'm a no.
Okay.
I'm a no, because it's not minutes. She said minutes, it's notes.
Trustee Harris?
Yes.
Okay.
And the
Trustee
agenda-
Garcia again?
Can you repeat that one more time?
We're voting on approving the minutes of the special meeting of
Yes.
July 29th.
Mm-hmm.
Trustee McCollum?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay. At this time, I'll be making a motion to release specific minutes and destruction of verbatim recording. Approval and release of the minutes of the closed session meetings held on 5/15/2024, session number 2, 6/25/2025, August 20th, 2025, session number 1, October 15, 2025, November 12, 2025, December 10, 2025, January 14, 2026, February 18, 2026, March 11, 2026, and the destruction of the verbatim recordings of the closed session meetings held on 5/15/2024, session number 2, July 17, 2024, August 20th, 2024, session 1 and 2,
No, it would just be 2.
September 11, 2024, session 1 and 2, September 25th, 2024, session 1 and 2, October 7, 2024, October 16, 2024, November 13, 2024, session 1 and 2, December 11, 2024, and January 15, 2025, and to find that the need for confidentiality exists for all remaining closed session minutes. At this time, I would like a motion and a second.
Motion.
Second.
Karen, can I go ahead and get a roll call?
Trustee Harris.
Yes.
Trustee Morales.
Yes.
Trustee Bottomley.
Yes.
Trustee Bradley.
Yes.
Trustee Broderick.
I have some yes and I have some no, so I'm gonna have to say no since you didn't pull them out.
Trustee Garcia again.
Yes.
Trustee McCollum.
Yes.
Motion carries.
At this time, I'm looking at 1.11. At this time, I would like to call for a motion and a second to approve the agenda as submitted.
So move.
Second.
I have a question. Why are we missing anything on ad hoc, the ad hoc committee for the candidates and ad hoc for the president's evaluation? That was supposed to be brought at the next regular board meeting, per the policy.
Would you like to be recognized so that way you can ask an actual question? What is your actual question, Trustee Broderick?
I said, why are they missing?
Okay.
Why is the ad hoc candidates and ad hoc presidential evaluation in its discussion missing from the agenda?
So you're asking why they were not added
Yeah, because
versus
they're supposed to
missing?
be per policy the next
Okay.
board meeting.
Would you like to provide some clarity? I think it's needed at this time.
Absolutely. The report of the ad hoc committee was provided at the last full board
That's
meeting.
correct.
That was done at the last full board meeting, which was a special meeting. I apologize, I forget the date. Was
You're
it,
talking about August
3.
3rd.
August 3rd.
August 3rd.
Okay. And as far as the president's evaluation committee,
That's
that was an
personnel.
oversight. It can be done at the next meeting.
But I
Wouldn't that
guess-
be personnel, Brian?
It would be personnel. All you'd report is that you went into closed session and discussed the evaluation.
Yeah, but there are questions related to that that we should be able to ask since some of us didn't get to see the evaluation.
You all will have an opportunity to get a debrief or provide or get an update. Not at this time, but you will have an opportunity in the future. Okay? We already have a motion and a second. Let's go ahead and do a voice vote, please.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say no.
No.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Item 1.12. At this time, I would like to get an approval of the, I would like to get a motion and a second for the approval of the consent agenda as presented.
So move.
Second.
Are there any items that you all would like to pull?
3.1,
Okay?
3.2.6. Hold on, I think it's 3.3, but hold on a minute. Now we can go ahead with it. Never mind.
I had one.
Okay. What item, Trustee Morales?
Sure. 3.2.4.
Okay. Any other ones that you're pulling?
That's all.
Okay. Anyone else would like to pull a particular item? No? Okay. At this time, I would like to call for a motion and a second to approve the remaining items on the consent agenda.
We already have
We
it.
already have.
We already have it.
We just need to vote on it. Are we ready to vote?
Let's go ahead and please do a roll call.
Trustee Morales?
Yes.
Trustee Harris?
Yes.
Trustee Bottomley?
Yes.
Trustee Bradley?
Yes.
Trustee Broderick?
Yes.
Trustee Garcia Guillen?
Yes.
Trustee McCollum?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay. The first item that was pulled was 3.1, approval to pay the listing of bills for the period ending June 30th, 2026 and July 31st, 2026 as presented. We need a motion and then a second.
So move.
Second.
Any discussion? Let me know if you would like to be recognized. Trustee Broderick,
Yes.
go ahead.
Concerns that I had on here were on page 3.1 on the June 30th, 2026 bills. I'm looking at a lot of bills that are going for the new logo. So I see a light pole banner with new logo for over 23,000. That concerns me because now I'm looking at, when I estimate all the bills for the new logo, we're about 400,000, which concerns me as a trustee since tuition was increased. Then I'm also looking at legal bills still, and I know I've asked for the ability to see retainer A, retainer B, and the hourly, because we're paying hourly. I'd like to see that, and I just got the legal bills this afternoon, so I was not able to look at that bill, but that does concern me. And I look at Robert Ferrelli, which I know what he's doing, but we haven't had an update on where the bills are at and the timeframes for the ERP, which concerns me. And then when we go to the next group, I'm into outdoor banners for around the campus. What are those with Crossroads? Is those banners for the new logo or something else? So I don't know what that is. It's almost 13,000. And then I look at JP Architects, which is working on the Grundy County expansion for 195,000. And then I see Lanner Muchin, which is for 5,300. I don't know why, this is like the third bill now I'm seeing from them. I don't know why we're having them, because we also had HKM legal that was on there. I'm trying to figure out, and I put that in my email that you all got, but I'm asking where it's going. And then I do have some questions in regards to repayment, and I don't know if I can ask those now or not, in regards to trustee repayment for conference that they didn't attend, hotel, and
For that
airfare.
one, would not be part of the actual item that we have
I'm
in
just
front of
asking if
us.
it was, how do I ask then? How do I ask about if it's been credited back?
Well,
It's
go
been
ahead.
received.
Anything else that you would like to mention before we provide a response? Okay, I'll go ahead and pass it over to Dr. Namo.
Thank you, Madam Chair. There are a few items in there that the administration is going to highlight, so I'll put Dr. Farmer on deck here. So we've got some marketing-related items, we've got some legal-related items, we've got an ERP-related item that the board will receive an update on in the very near future. So Dr. Farmer, I'm going to tee it up to you.
Okay,
Yeah.
so thank you, Dr. Newmore. I just want to be clear, in terms of your questions, Trustee Broderick, because you made a few statements. You have a lot of questions. We want to be able to respond to each
I
question.
can convert them into questions, so you go ahead and ask, and I'll
Okay.
convert.
Okay, so let me respond to the first question, I believe, that was regarding the marketing in the light poles, right? So the light pole banners have been purchased through our current budget as a part of the marketing plan. So I just want to stress to you today, in terms of the logo that's already embedded in the current budget for the college. So there's no additional funding for that.
Okay, because my concern fell that we were increasing tuition, and yet we had the logo that we weren't aware of all the extensive additions to that. So
Sure,
I'm
we-
looking at it almost at 400 when I'm adding all the numbers up. So that's why I have a concern with cost.
And once again, all of that is included in the current budget.
Okay, got it?
What's your next question?
Okay. You have the legal fees, the legal ones? About the retainer A and B, and then the hourly, and then we have two additional attorneys, Lanner Muchin and HKM. I don't know what those are being used for. I don't remember approving Lanner Muchin for anything but the one consult that's on the website. So I'm trying to figure out why Lanner Muchin's about.
Let's start with Lantermution, Madam Chair and Trustee Broderick. Let's start with Lantermution.
Yep.
At this point, I would like to invite Judy Conley to the podium. Thank you, Judy Conley.
Thank you. Good evening. The Lantermution bill for $5,331 is actually fees. They're consulting with us and helping one of our employees transition off of an H-1B waiver to permanent residency and work status. So in that was an asylum program fee, a USCIS filing fee, and a premium processing fee. So the legal costs are actually very nominal, but the expertise, we had to go with a firm such as Lantermution to help with the process. But those were direct fees that they've paid on behalf of our employee, and then we're reimbursing them.
Okay, because I
Thank
did
you,
see one
Judy.
bill last month too for that.
Yeah, the
too.
same project.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Thank you, Judy.
Okay, thank you so much, Judy Conley. So I believe your next question has to do with Pirelli, our ERP
Yeah, I
modernization
mean, I
and
know it's a steady,
optimization.
I know it's a steady 76,000.
Absolutely.
But where are we at with cost? Because I'm still on the 2019 situation of when we started it. Where's our cost at? Turn the buzzer off.
So I want to
You already
stress
have your
that in September, we are prepared to provide the board a comprehensive update.
Okay,
So
so-
we will share that in September.
Okay, September, because I do know
That's
Pirelli
correct.
does give monthly reports. It would be nice if we had something monthly to update us, because 76,000 is a big chunk and where their timelines are at.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other trustee that has questions about the budget? Specifically, the listing of bills for the period that we're mentioning.
That was in June,
Mm-hmm.
and there was still the outdoor banners, the same thing. It was in June and July.
That is correct.
Okay.
I'd like to be recognized.
Yeah, Trustee Morales?
I take a look at all of the bills, but I understand this is part of operations. And if I have a question, usually I email it ahead of time and I get a response. But paying bills is part of any company or school, to have to pay bills every month and to sit here and question things. It's important that we do understand, but we do get reports, and a lot of the budget was given to us in this annual budget book. So we have that. But yeah, thank you. But a lot of this, asking detailed questions is grandstanding, and just to make the public think that, nobody else is asking questions, but we all ask questions. We just don't make a show out of it. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Morales. Anyone else that would like to be recognized? Okay.
Are you ready to vote?
Yes, we are.
Trustee Broderick,
What? Did you say something?
we're voting on the bills.
Oh, I didn't think I made the motion though, right?
Oh, you're right. Trustee Bottomley.
Yes.
Trustee Harris.
Yes.
Trustee Bradley.
Yes.
Trustee Broderick.
Yes.
Trustee Morales.
Yes.
Trustee Garcia Guillen.
Yes.
Trustee McCollum.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay. Thank you. The next item that it was pulled was item 3.2.4, contract trainings for corporate and community service. At this time, we will need a motion and then a second, and then we can call discussion.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Let me know if you would like to be recognized.
I would.
Trustee Morales, you may
Yes.
be recognized.
Thank you. So I pulled this item because there were a couple items I pulled in advance, but this was one that I wanted to just mention today, in that I had questions about the amounts, and it turns out that it's $15,000 less than what we had previously worked with last year. And this is for a service that the college obtains to help people get trained with, I believe,
Forklift?
I'm sorry?
Forklift?
Forklift training, yes. And so I wanted to know just a little bit more about it. So it looks like this company coordinated 38 training sessions for 9 different employers, serving 324 participants, an average of 27 participants per month. So I think these things are things that probably the public isn't aware, of how much the community college expands their services out in the community with workforce development and the services that we give the community. So I just wanted to share those numbers because it was very interesting for
Yeah.
me to learn that. So I wanted to share that.
Thank
It was given to me as a response privately, and I think to the rest of the board also, but I did want to share that to the public as well. So that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Morales. Any additional discussion on this particular item? No? Okay, we're ready to vote.
Trustee Harris?
Yes.
Trustee McCollum?
Yes.
Trustee Bottomley?
Yes.
Trustee Bradley?
Yes.
Trustee Broderick?
Yes.
Trustee Morales?
Yes.
Trustee Garcia Guillen?
Yes.
Motion carries.
The next item that we have that was pulled was item 3.2.6, Illinois Economic Development Corporation. At this time, we need a motion and then a second.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion?
Yes.
Trustee Broderick?
I am looking at the contract of the president's, which is under 1.03, which says we only pay those things, memberships related to the Joliet area. This is a huge dollar amount, more than we even pay for the ICCTA. And I'm concerned that we're violating the contract because the contract says Joliet only. This is Chicago. So I have a problem with it because I think this should have been brought to us as the board first before any consideration of accepting. And the membership, I think, is pretty high because it says normally it's 50,000 annual membership. So I am concerned about the membership fee and the need for it in violation of the contract for verbiage on 1.03.
Okay. I would like to pass it over to Dr. Newell.
Thank you, Madam Chair, for the opportunity to highlight, really an opportunity to represent JJC at the state level. Now, in reference specifically, and let me just add a little bit more background for those of you who are not aware, and I'm sure many of you are, the Illinois Economic Development Corporation, formerly known as Intersect Illinois, is charged with attracting businesses to the state of Illinois. It is the most prestigious economic development organization in the state. And I'll have the pleasure of serving with individuals such as the president of the University of Chicago, Northwestern University, the CEO of Constellation Energy, the CEO of NICOR. So it's an extremely prestigious thing, so prestigious that of all 48 community colleges in the state of Illinois, due in large part to the success of our team and many of the things that we've been able to accomplish together. I'm the only community college president that's been invited to serve on this board. And while it's, it may be tempting to see this as the president's seat on this board, it's really not. This is more of an institutional economic development investment that just happens to be available to our wonderful college due to my activity and influence at the state level. So it's an enormous honor, one that I hope the college and the board is proud of, and I intend to serve this college well. And in regards to any contractual conflicts, I believe what Trustee Broderick is referencing is Section 2.08 of my employment contract, which refers to service clubs. And Illinois Economic Development Corporation is quite far from a service club. I do appreciate the board's support of my membership in organizations like the Joliet Rotary Club, which is right in that service club category. This would fall outside of a service club. And again, thank the board for your continued support as I work to elevate the profile of the college, both at the state level and nationally.
Okay.
I'd like to be recognized.
Go ahead, Trustee Morales.
Well, first, congratulations
Thank you.
On that. What an honor and that you were selected to represent us. And also, thank you to the staff and Dr. Namul for even bringing this to the board's attention and good stewardship of the taxpayer money because, as Trustee Broderick highlighted, if it's outside of their contract, these things have to be brought before the board for approval. And it's being brought before the board for approval. So we're voting on this today.
But he's already accepted.
We're voting on it today.
I understand that, but it's already accepted.
We're voting on it.
And
You still have the floor,
Yes.
Trustee Morales.
Thank you. And good. I'm glad he did accept it, okay, because it would have probably gotten approved anyway. So thank you, Dr. Namul, for representing us. I wouldn't have questioned it anyway. Thank you.
Anyone else would like to provide any thoughts on this discussion item before we vote?
I'll
I'd be
say
happy to.
I'll say one more thing unless somebody else
Trustee
has something else.
Bottomley?
I think that one thing that we've regularly seen, I think we all see this day to day in our lives as residents of the district, as trustees, that economic development truly is more than just one location. That at the end of the day, most people don't entirely care what municipality they're in or what county they live in. They recognize that impacts happen beyond just arbitrary lines on a map. To me, I look at this opportunity and I think this continues to showcase that Joliet Junior College is not only the first community college, but we're a trendsetter. We are on the map. We do want to strive to work on those partnerships because frankly, the students that walk through these hallways are going to end up staying in our community or staying in the Chicagoland region or staying in the state. And I think making sure that we're working with economic development corporations and other job opportunities that are even outside of our district. We do want people to stay in our district, but recognizing that people do travel outside the district for work, for employment, and people from outside our district travel here. So to me, this makes a lot of sense. I do think really does align with what we're trying to do here and really fits with our strategic mission. I appreciate that this is a term of 1 year. I guess my one question that I have is that after this 1 year, I'm assuming this would come back for us to review, get an update on how it's going, and really make a decision at that point if this is something we should be continuing.
Yes.
Perfect, thank you.
Absolutely, sure.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Trustee Bottomley. Anyone else that would like to be recognized before we do rebuttal?
I would.
Trustee Harris, go
Yeah.
ahead.
I would like to say congratulations to Dr. Tamuo. I think it's a wonderful opportunity to allow Joliet Junior College to be on the national or state level, Illinois, because we are the first community college right here in Joliet, and Chicago is just right up the street from us, and it branches out to an area that really needs to be tapped. So I say congratulations, and I think it would be a good asset for us to have that on our resume as a college.
Thank you, Trustee Harris. Trustee McCullum, would you like to be recognized? Oh, good. Trustee Bradley?
Sure, not to beat a dead horse, so we've done
Right.
some business with Intersect Illinois, and now Illinois JJC. Christy George is a very, very impressive person and at the state level, but she is definitely playing a major role at the national level too, particularly if you look at her board. So I think it's a great thing. Congratulations. Invite me to some of the meetings. I'd love to hear the halls of power and business that they all talk about. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you, Trustee Bradley. Okay, Trustee Broderick, you would like some rebuttal?
Yeah, the thing I'm gonna say is, I am concerned about, and I put this in my email to you guys many times, about all the activities that he's off campus. And I'm looking at the percentage, and I'd like to know, we are paying him a good salary of $325,000. So with all of these things that are going off, what percentage of time is he doing those activities? What percentage of time is he in the office? And we added a chief of staff, which I'll share this. When I did all the research on chief of staff or EVP, it was either one or the other, and now we have both. And I'm looking at that salary, and I'm very cost conscious right now. And that's why I'm bringing it up. Because if we're looking at raising tuition, but we're still saying yes, yes, yes to everything else, I can't do that. And that's where I have a problem. So I'm very cost sensitive.
Rebuttal?
Trustee Morales?
Yes, thank you. As the president of America's First Community College, Dr. Namuo, I don't want to see you here. I need to see you out and about in the community, building partnerships, bringing in different revenue streams of money, scholarships. It's none of my business. We're not here to micromanage you or the college. More so here to guide you and support you in doing your job. And so thank you for not being here all the time. I would never be so rude and arrogant as to ask you for your calendar, because that's not my job. So thank you for everything you're doing, and we are all very cost conscious. Not one person here. We're all here because we're good stewards of our budget, but we're also here because we need a good president, and we need that president to build up and uplift this college and our students. And we just saw an enrollment increase today. So thank you for that.
Okay. Any additional rebuttal? Whoever has not shared yet. No? Okay. We're ready to vote.
Trustee Bottomley,
Yes.
Trustee McCollum,
Yes.
Trustee Bradley,
Yes.
Trustee Bradrick.
No.
Trustee Harris.
Yes.
Trustee Morales.
Yes.
Trustee Garcia Guillen.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay.
I'd
Under,
like to make a motion to table the board reorganization to fill the vacancy.
We're
of
not
the
even
vice
there
chair.
yet.
That's where she's at.
nah, you got a little bit ahead.
Did I? So I didn't think I would do it.
You can mention it in the next few seconds. At this time, the board, the chair would like, well, actually, we still honor that request, correct? So we will still honor it, but we do need a second though,
Correct.
Second.
okay? Let's go ahead and do a vote.
What was the motion for? I'm sorry.
To table,
To
the
table 4.2.
reorganization to fill the vice chair vacancy. So we have a motion, we have a second, so now we need to vote on it to table it.
Can we have a little discussion before?
You can't discuss the table.
No.
No?
We cannot discuss.
Not allowed.
Bummer.
Trustee Bradrick.
Yes.
Trustee Harris.
Yes.
Trustee Bottomley.
No.
Trustee Bradley.
No.
Trustee Morales.
No.
Trustee Garcia Guillen.
No.
Trustee McCollum.
No.
Motion's lost.
Okay.
I'd like to be recognized.
There's nothing on the floor.
Can I make a statement?
No. We have to go to the next agenda item, and then we can discuss that.
Okay.
We can still bring
Chair.
up the 4.2 item since the motion failed.
Correct.
Okay? So the floor is now open for nominations for the office of vice chair of the board. I would like to nominate Trustee Morales for vice chair.
Second.
We don't even need a second.
I would like to nominate myself.
Discussion?
I'd like to nominate Diane Harris.
Okay. One second. Any additional nominations?
I'd like to make a motion to close the nominations.
Second.
Okay. If there are no further nominations, I'll entertain a motion to close nominations for vice chair of the board. You already made a motion. We need a second.
Did.
Diane.
I did.
Diane?
We have a second.
Okay. Thank you all for your patience. I was trying to write.
Okay, so this is to close the nominations for vice chair.
Correct.
Trustee Bradrick.
To close it.
Close.
We're closing nominations.
Yes. Sorry.
Trustee Harris.
Yes.
Trustee Bottomley.
Yes.
Trustee Bradley.
Yes.
Trustee Morales.
Yes.
Trustee Garcia Guillen.
Yes.
Trustee McCollum.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay.
May I be recognized at this time?
Brian, we don't recognize them at this time. Is that correct? We just go and go through the different nominations.
Right.
Can you
Right.
provide some clarity, please?
Right. No, I agree. I agree with what you stated.
Okay.
Okay,
I respect that.
perfect. Let's go ahead and get started. Trustee Garcia nominated Trustee Morales for the office of Vice Chair of the Board.
Second.
I call for a roll call vote.
Trustee Bottomley. Or should I go Nancy first?
Pass.
Trustee Bradley.
Yes.
Trustee Bradrick.
No.
Trustee Harris.
No.
Trustee Morales.
Yes.
Trustee Garcia Guillen.
Yes.
Trustee Bottomley. Oh, I'm sorry, wait. Trustee McCollum.
Yes.
Trustee Bottomley.
No.
It's a tie.
Yeah.
Tie. Motion loses.
Okay. Then let's go to the next person on our list. Trustee Bottomley nominated herself for Vice Chair. At this time, I call for a roll call.
Trustee Bottomley.
Yes.
Trustee Bradley.
Yes.
Trustee Broderick.
No.
Trustee Harris.
No.
Trustee Morales.
Pass.
Trustee Garcia Guillen.
Pass.
Trustee McCollum.
Abstain.
Trustee Morales.
No.
Trustee Garcia Guillen.
Yes.
It's a tie again. Motion's lost.
Okay. We still have an additional nomination. Yes. Trustee Broderick nominated Trustee Harris for Vice Chair of the Board. At this time, I call for a roll call.
Trustee Bottomley.
No.
Trustee Bradley.
No.
Trustee Broderick.
Yes.
Trustee Harris.
Yes.
Trustee Morales.
Pass.
Trustee Garcia Guillen.
No.
Trustee McCollum.
Abstain.
Trustee Morales.
Sadly, not at this time, no.
Motion fails.
We'll do rock, paper, scissors.
So technically, all the three motions fail.
Correct.
Correct.
So we don't have a vice chair at this time.
Right.
And we don't need to vote for a secretary because there's not a vacancy at this time.
Correct.
And can I help you out on the terms that's used when you say reorganization? Because reorganization is only supposed to be for 3 reasons. After an election, okay? 2, when you have when you have no policy. And 3, I'm trying to remember what 3 was. It's supposed to be, when you have a new college, when you have no policy, new college, no policy, and the fact that it's after an election. Those are the 3 reasons. These are supposed to be specifically stated to reelect whatever position is. Because when you say reorganization, it says all 3 of them then. Because I went through this with the ICCTA, and they were very specific to say, if you say reorganization, no matter what, if the secretary doesn't move into a vice or whatever, and that position is still open to be elected.
Okay, thank you
Okay?
for the
Just for
explanation.
clarification for you guys.
I think we got it.
Point of, I'd like to be recognized.
Trustee Morales?
Yes.
And
Thank
then
you.
we will move on to the next item.
I appreciate that. So I respect every trustee's right to seek a leadership position. However, I believe that experience, institutional knowledge, and demonstrated service should also be important considerations. I have had the privilege of serving on this board for 11 years, including as chair of the Finance Committee and previously on the Policy Committee and chair of the President's Evaluation Committee. This experience has prepared me to serve effectively as vice chair, and I feel that I have earned that opportunity to take on this responsibility. There is a value in gaining experience on the board before stepping into one of its leadership positions. This is not meant to diminish anyone's contributions. I think you're all great people on this board, and everyone will have their opportunity to be the chair, vice chair, secretary. But rather to emphasize the importance of experience and service on board leadership. So I respect everyone on the board, but I do think experience matters. So I would have liked to have received the nomination, and I did not. But I'm still grateful to be here, and I'm going to continue to be an effective board member with or without a vice chair title. So thank you all. Appreciate it.
And I agree with you on that. because I
Trustee
was-
Broderick, would you like to be recognized?
Yes, thank you. I agree with you, Trustee Morales, because I too was 6 years as a vice. So I do know that I was ready to move into chair position after the 3 terms.
Well, I'm not ready to move into chair position, but I just want my old vice chair back.
No, I understand that, but I'm just saying, I did have 6 years of it. And I look at it, I also had different positions with the ICCTA as the president, the vice president, the treasurer 2 terms, and the Illinois Central ACCT coordinator. So there is some of us, I've been on this board since 2015, but I have 28 years of experience of being on school boards. So I think qualifications are there. So I think you match it, I match it. I'm just saying there are qualifications there.
Okay.
Thank you.
May I be recognized?
Yes, Trustee Harris.
Thank you. First of all, thank you, Trustee Broderick, for the nomination. What I will say is absolutely, Trustee Morales, I agree with you. Experience and leadership means a lot when you're on a board. It also means that, like that purple chair is sitting there, and the students are watching, not only are the students are watching, but the public, our voters, our constituents are watching. And if we have seniors on the board that are constantly disagreeing, that does have a negative effect. So what I would like to suggest, and I don't know if I can do this, that we move the electing or appointments to our next meeting. But we have to keep, I would suggest that everyone go back, look at this particular meeting, and just see how you behave and answer your own question. Do you think you deserve to be in the leadership role? Now, I know, Trustee Morales, you've been around a long time, and you've also served as vice chair. And Trustee Braddock, you've been around a long time as well. But again, I think you have to be concerned as who is watching us. And that's all I want to say. So I would suggest take a look at the video or the, what is it, cable TV or YouTube, and determine, is my behavior warranted to be vice chair? And I don't think I've had the opportunity to say congratulations to our new chair, and I appreciate the way you're handling the board. So, and again, thank you for the nomination. Thanks.
Thank you, Trustee Harris. Anyone else that would like to be recognized? No? Okay. Improv recognition. Let's move on. Reports, 5.1. Representative to the ICTA and ACT.
Okay. I have
Trustee
a
Harris.
thank you. Short announcement. The ICCTA meeting will be held September 18th through the 19th, and it will be in Springfield. I would encourage the new trustee, Trustee Bradley, if you're able to try to attend the ICCTA meetings. They're very educational and informative in terms of what is expected of a board trustee in higher education. I know you're experienced already, but there are still some aspects of higher education that is probably beneficial in some of these classes. And two, when you do attend, you will get a trustee education certificate. So, so make sure, if you have time in your schedule to try to participate. And the ACCT will be holding its annual Leadership Congress, and that's in October 21st through the 24th. This is really a big deal because it will be held right here in Chicago. And all of the trustees from all over the United States will be in attendance, and everybody's looking forward to it. So hopefully our trustees can attend. Was there something I missed?
And JJC is on.
My apologies,
And-
Trustee Harris. Trustee McCollum wanted to go to a more exotic location than his own hometown.
Oh, well, yeah, but everybody's looking forward to coming to Chicago. And our President Sean Bolts is really planning a big deal for the guests. So, and I believe we're going to have some tours here at Joliet Junior College. So
They're inquiring as to what we're going to do.
I'm speaking.
I just said that. They're inquiring.
So it will be a wonderful opportunity. So hopefully all the trustees will be able to attend. And thank you for the time. I yield back.
Okay, thank you. The next item that we have is going to be trustee updates. For this, you all will have an opportunity to provide any updates. My request is that we keep it under 2 minutes. Okay. Trustee Morales, can you get us started, please?
Oh, sure. As far as trustee updates, you mean like our closing comments?
Yes, please.
Yeah. I just want to say welcome back to everybody coming back to this school year. I'm looking forward to a safe and productive and seeing that enrollment continue to increase. Let's keep talking up Joliet Junior College so we can keep seeing these students come back and that we don't have to talk about a tuition increase anymore, please. No more tuition increases as much as we can. And I'm excited to be back, and I'm excited to be on this board and continue serving for the remainder of my term. And hopefully, if I have continue to run again, and 3 more years I'll run again. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Morales. Trustee Bradley.
Thank you for everyone that put me here, and all of you that are out here. If you need anything, I'm Tim Bradley. You can come talk to me. I appreciate Dr. Namuo's team showed me around today. Lots of training. If I haven't met you yet, I will. Feel free to come up. Hopefully there's no test about what people's names are. I think people will remember my blue jacket, but then the names get a little elusive. But happy to be here. Welcome back, but also welcome back to me. I'll be roaming the halls, and hopefully I look like a student. Some people tell me I look a little old, I guess, every now and then. But I'm here to support, and even more proud after today to be a JJC alum and, of course, to join the board. So thank you, and congratulations, Madam Chairwoman.
Thank you. Thank you, Trustee Bradley. Student Trustee McCollum.
Well, thank you, Madam Chair, and congratulations on your new role. And also, welcome Tim Bradley to the Board of Trustees. And despite my facial expressions of being dejected that I don't get to go to Seattle or New Orleans or maybe New York or maybe
Hawaii.
or maybe New Jersey or maybe somewhere. Figure something out. Take a plane somewhere. Maybe Las Vegas, who knows? Yeah. But I am excited to see other trustees of other colleges and maybe even other student trustees and get their perspective. So, thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Harris, anything that you would like to add?
I think, did I congratulate Trustee Bradley? I think I did that. Okay, well, and I think I congratulated you and welcome back, the students and faculty. So that's it.
Okay. Thank you, Trustee Harris. Trustee Broderick.
Tim, congratulations, like I told you that night. But I do have some concerns about the process. It's not about Tim, it's about the process. We had 17 candidates. We have no policy on how to appoint a candidate. There's no board action for us to go from 17 down to 5. And I thought the questions that I looked at were not the questions that I know I put together, because I did not get more into what we were looking for to see if there was any agenda with the person. The press release did not state about anything screening. I had some candidates calling me, and I know there were emails that went to Kara, and Kara gave me a response that it was because of the Illinois Community College Act, which does not say anything about going from this many candidates down to that many. I think that we definitely did not do that, the purpose of interviewing the correct way. And if you were gonna do an ad hoc, I think a phone call should have been made to the 3 of us, and I'll say it was Trustee Harris, myself, and Trustee Lee, as to what was actually going on. Because to us, you guys picked them, you picked who you wanted. I wanted to see rubrics. I don't see any rubrics that could tell me who the next person was, because typically when a 5th person drops out, number 6 gets put in, so that you still have the 5 candidates. That's how it's always done when you're doing things like this. So I do question that, and I do question the fact that we lost probably some good people that were gonna run for the April seat, because that would have been a good opener for us to see who was out there. And I think we did a disservice to them, and I'm gonna leave it at that. There needs to be a process put in place in policy.
Thank you, Trustee Broderick. Trustee Bottomley.
I really want to say congratulations
Thank
to Chair Garcia again. I appreciate how you're running the meeting. I appreciate the efficiency and adhering to Robert's Rules of Order. Like, genuinely. Like, truly. It makes my government heart very happy as someone who also likes Robert's Rules. So it's probably lame for me, but
Okay.
welcome to Trustee Bradley. Happy to serve alongside of you. Happy to learn from you. I'm really bummed that I'm not going to run the JJC Foundation 5K this year. I will be running somewhere else. I'm not just saying this because I am here. It is literally my favorite 5K in the community. Like, if you want to ever experience like a true community-driven 5K that feels so local but well supported, this is it. I think that it organically finds what a lot of other 5Ks are trying to hit. So if you're on the fence, sign up. You have time to train. I'm more than happy to tell you what you need to do to train. I also want to share that in July, I was fortunate enough to take a week off of work and go on vacation to Iowa. I did ride my bike across the state. One of the days is College Jersey Day, so I do not have a Joliet Junior College bike jersey. But I did make sure to wear a Joliet Junior College t-shirt around the town that day. And I have no idea who came up to me and talked to me, but I did talk to a gentleman that was from Grundy County. He comes up, he's like, "Is that JJC?" I said, "Yes, it is." He was from Morris area. I had a really nice conversation with him. I said, "Hey, this is me representing College Jersey Day." It was just a nice time. So even out in Iowa, people recognize JJC. And my last note, in my final 14 seconds, we provided every opportunity for folks to be involved, for this entire board to be involved in our selection and appointment process. And if you decide to show up or not show up, that is 100% on you.
Thank you.
Madam Secretary, Madam Chair, may I have the floor for, or,
Technically, we have already done a round.
oh,
Is there something quick that you wanted to add?
yes.
Okay.
Yes. I just want to say to the candidates that were not selected that they still have an opportunity to serve on the board by
To run?
running for office. So I don't
That's
want
correct.
to discourage that. So I just wanted to mention that.
Okay. Thank you, Trustee Harris. Thank you all for providing your trustee updates and staying under 2 minutes. I appreciate it. I will provide my first official chair report. So let's go ahead and get started. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for still being here. We're going to wrap up earlier than other times, which is wonderful. So yeah, sure. Let's give ourselves a round of applause. We can celebrate. So it is an incredible honor to begin my first full meeting as the chair of JJC, and to do this as the first Latina in the history of JJC to be the chair. So I think that's wonderful.
Congratulations.
Thank you. This moment represents the generations of families, students, and the community members who have believed in the power of education and the vision of JJC. To our students, we look forward to having you all attend classes and continue to be leaders in your own fields. Whether you're starting college for the first time, returning to finish your degree, learning a new skill, or preparing for a new career, JJC is here to help you reach your goals. But as we begin this academic year, we also recognize that higher education is facing significant challenges. Among them are threats to state funding and financial support for our undocumented students across the state of Illinois. We cannot lose sight of what is at stake. Our community college has always been a place where opportunity is meant to be accessible and not limited by a student's background or circumstances. Students who are pursuing an education deserve the opportunity to be successful. As a board, we have a responsibility to be thoughtful leaders at JJC, to continue to advocate for our students, and to ensure that we continue providing pathways to education and opportunity. I look forward to continuing to work with my fellow trustees to be visionary leaders and put aside individual egos, to be able to focus on our students and our greater community. And to our students, welcome back. Your education matters and your future matters here at JJC. As we begin this new academic year and this new chapter of leadership, we will continue leading with purpose, creating opportunities, and building a stronger future for our students, our college, and our community. Thank you all. Thank you. At this time, we don't have a closed session, another closed session tonight. At this time, I would like to call for a motion and a second to adjourn this meeting.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Can I please get a voice vote?
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say no.
Thank you all.
We are adjourned at 8:07.